I'd like to take a look now at the curb return tool that's included with the Roadway Modeler tool frame. In this tool, we will create the curb return elements between the two intersecting roadways. So in the dialog, we have a roadway object section where we need to define the primary roadway. So that would be this roadway here, side street 2, and our secondary roadway in this case will be the roadway here coming from the west. So that'd be side 3. Now the search radius, that's defined by the distance from where the two alignments meet. So that would be this location here, and so that we've checked that distance from that to where the curb returns are. And so you want the curb return to fall within that distance that we're searching for. So it's from the intersecting roadways to the arc of the curb return. So in our case, I'll set it to about 50. That should be good. So it's going to search 50 feet from the intersection and look for arcs. Now, when it finds them, it'll add those to the secondary object, in this case the side 3 street, and it's going to search for pavement edges. You can do that by symbology or feature, so we'll be searching for the edges of pavement. Feature type, that would be the feature type of the section that we're going to create on it. So if we want a section on it, we can go ahead and set it to a boundary and add a section there. Otherwise, we would maybe just leave that as a break line if we weren't going to be adding a section on there. Now the section can be just like typical modeler sections. It can come from a table, or it can use a graphic cell. We have a little icon here to query a section. So when you select another site element that has a section on it, it'll populate the table for you. So any particular site element that I select, it will populate that table with their appropriate items. Now, additionally, we've included the ability to run a composite section. So in this case, I could change it to comp section, and therefore we don't need the feature type anymore. That will be defined in the comp section itself. And I just need to choose which comp section I'll run on the left-hand side and which one I'll run on the right-hand side. And I've got 2 here, so I'll say return left and return right. And if we were to edit those and take a look at them, the return left, for example, only has the left side details, and it will be simply a curb and gutter and sloping out to a lot line or right-of-way line. And the same thing on the right. We also give the ability now to add this information, an alignment and a profile along the curb return to Kogo. And so again, we would need to know what geometry file you're working with. And then for each return, give it a prefix. And we'll designate the chain as return A left and return A right. Lastly, the option of using the element station, so every element would start with 0, or projecting to the secondary object and gaining the station from the alignment for the beginning and ends of the curb return stationing. So at this point I'll click apply, and I'll go out there and find the arcs. It will search them, add the comp section on the necessary side, depending on which one it's working with, and design the intersection. So if I zoom back out, I can see that indeed it did place the elements there on the place the section on the elements. If I were to info those, go ahead and info them, and I can see that they're the break line, part of side 3, and they actually have a chain and a profile associated with it, and then access to the comp section that I put on it as well. And there's the left side and the right side. So again, the roadway curb return tool, you choose the primary, secondary object, the searching for the elements that represent the curb returns, and then applying them to a particular object, and then if you want to put a comp section or just a simple section onto those curb return elements.